I installed her worst nightmare when she complained about my birdbath to the city. The flashlight beam cut through the humid night air, illuminating a scene that looked like something out of a low-budget horror movie or perhaps a National Geographic documentary gone wrong. Hundreds of small, leathery shapes were swirling in a chaotic vortex above the fence line, their high-pitched squeaks piercing the silence of the suburbs. Below the swarm, huddled under a patio umbrella that was currently being bombarded by guano, was my neighbor, Brenda. She was screaming. It wasn't a scream of pain, it was a scream of pure, primal terror, the kind that scrapes the lining of your throat raw. I stood on my back porch, sipping a glass of iced tea, watching the chaos unfold with a calmness that bordered on sociopathic. I wasn't scared. I wasn't surprised. I had engineered this. I had built the box. I had planted the pole. And now, as the red and blue lights of a police cruiser flickered against the side of my house, I knew the trap had finally, perfectly, snapped shut. "Officer," Brenda shrieked, pointing a shaking finger at the sky. "Shoot them. Shoot them all. They're attacking me." The officer, a young guy who looked like he'd rather be handling a domestic dispute than a wildlife invasion, ducked as a bat swooped low over his head. "Ma'am, I can't shoot the air. Please step inside. It's him." Brenda spun around, her eyes locking onto me standing in the shadows of my deck. "He summoned them. He brought the plague to my house. Arrest him." I took a slow sip of tea. The ice clinked against the glass. It was the only sound I made. To understand why I turned my backyard into a sanctuary for the creatures of the night, you have to go back 3 weeks. You have to understand the mosquitoes, the water, and the absolute misery of living next to a woman who views the natural world as a personal insult. It started with a bird bath. I like birds. I like watching the cardinals and the blue jays splash around while I drink my morning coffee. I bought a nice, heavy stone bird bath and placed it in the center of my garden. It was peaceful. It was harmless. Until the mosquitoes came. We had a wet spring. The humidity was off the charts. Mosquitoes were everywhere. I didn't mind them much. I put on spray. But Brenda minded. Brenda is the type of neighbor who vacuums her driveway. She is the type of neighbor who measures the distance between her marigolds with a ruler. And she decided that my bird bath was ground zero for the West Nile virus. She didn't come over and talk to me. She didn't ask me to change the water more often. She called the city. I was at work when I got the call. "Code enforcement," the voicemail said. "Report of standing water breeding vectors. Potential health hazard." I came home to find an orange sticker on my front door. "Violation notice. Abate immediately or face fines up to $500. I walked to the backyard. The bird bath was empty. Brenda was standing at the fence, holding a garden hose, spraying her hydrangeas with a look of smug satisfaction plastered across her face. "Brenda," I said, peeling the orange sticker off my hand, "did you report my bird bath?" She didn't look at me. She just kept spraying. "I reported a health hazard. The bugs were eating me alive on my own patio. I can't enjoy my Chardonnay with swarms of pests breeding 20 feet away." "It's fresh water," I said, trying to keep my voice level. "I change it every day. The birds drink it." "Birds are dirty," she sniffed. "And the water sits there. It attracts them." The city agreed with me. "You have to keep it dry. So I can't have a bird bath." "Not if it has water in it," she smiled, finally turning to face me. "Buy a statue if you want decoration. But I won't have you farming diseases next to my property." I felt the heat rising in my neck. It was a physical sensation, a tightening of the muscles behind my ears. She had gone straight to the nuclear option over a bowl of water. "Fine," I said. "I'll keep it dry." "Good," she nodded. "And while you're at it, do something about the bugs. Spray your yard. Use those chemicals. I don't care what you do, just kill them." What I was about to construct in my garage wasn't just a birdhouse, it was a luxury condominium for the most misunderstood mammals on Earth. You have to understand, Brenda thinks she runs this neighborhood because she knows the city code enforcement officer's first name. She thinks she can bully the environment into submission. By the time I pour the concrete footer, there will be no going back. The law is about to change sides. Kindly follow on-screen instructions for full story.